What's up, Night Shift? How you guys doing? You guys know what's coming. What's coming, guys? Boom, boom, boom. Yeah. Let's hear it, guys. Boom, boom, boom. One we go all, and fight, and fight we will. Oh my gosh, it is Saturday night live tonight, guys, and it's who do we got here with me? I think I've got is my partner in justice around, Shady?
What day is it?
Saturday.
I'm right here, my friend. It is Saturday. These guys are winning out there, aren't they?
Oh my gosh, it is Saturday Night Live. We're calling this Saturday Night Q with Shady Groove and In the Matrix. We got a lot to talk about. Last night, Shady, I know you had plans, and we missed you terribly. I know
you guys were having a great time. I saw that everyone was here. Thanks for everybody coming over, and for all the mods. You guys enjoyed meeting the mods out there last night? That looked like fun.
Did you guys love the mods? Give me a 17 if you guys love the mods.
This is part of the reason that this works for us.
Yep, give me a 17 if you love the mods, and a 45 if you miss Shady. Yeah,
let them roll.
Let's see them. Let's see. There's my 17 for the mods. And how about my 45? Where's my 45? Let me get my 45. Oh my gosh, Shady, it's not letting me type. I'm kidding.
It stopped you.
Yeah, it did. It did. Look at 17, 40, 45, 45. Look at queued up. Queued up missed you, Shady. Look at. Oh my gosh, you guys love the mods. Look at our mods. Kiwi said 45. Jackie said 17. She loved hearing herself last night. And Rocket Girl. God, you guys, there's Miss Q. Oh my gosh, what did Miss Q say? She said 17. Oh, she said 45, Shady. Miss Q. Connie T said 45. Look at all these 45. Justin said 45. Blaze Johnny, 17. Jackie, 45. Carly Bonet, 1745.
I'm blushing over here.
You should be, Shady. You're missed. Oh. And wow, guys, you know, there's only 32 million people in America, according to a bullshit poll that know QAnon. And we'll get into that. My gosh, talk about winning.
They have some like upside down weird math going on over there. Did you notice that?
It is. It's just like our YouTube views. I'm sure that's weird fuzzy math too.
Right. That's everything. It's like the computers were invented to like do math, and now it doesn't work anymore. Maybe they're getting old.
I know. I'm not. Hey, am I getting old?
For the last time, no.
Right, that's right.
Is Bill getting old?
No.
Bill?
Uh-oh.
Bill? How's your health?
Shady.
What is?
Shady, what does is mean?
We don't know what is means.
Right. Now, real quick before we get started, come on over Monday evening at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'll be there at 605-313-5142. The code for entry is 774025. They're going to give away free samples, Shady.
I know. This is exciting.
And everybody's like, what is it? What is it, mates? I don't know what it is, guys, but they want to help us. And if they can help us and it brings up, because And like, here we go. Look at this. We got Jack Billingsley, first time, long time listener from Canada. Love you guys.
Hey.
Love that you're out on Saturday night. We love you, Jack.
We're in.
We're in. We're in the Matrix. My mom calls me in for short. Just so you know.
Oh, is that the way? Yeah. Now you're like, what?
I'm like, what? In?
Don't call me that.
Right. Also, guys, we got a really awesome thing. This Patriot pin. You guys, what an amazing. You guys have really done a great job.
Great going.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you very much. We have actually gotten our first little payout from Patriot Pins, and it is helping. And you guys got something really cool. I know Poussant got hers in the mail today. Poussant, let people know. Did you like it? I mean, if it sucked, if Poussant said these things sucked, we wouldn't be selling it. But I got the seal.
The product.
Yeah, seal of approval from Poussant. Get yours today. You'll see the Q flag pin right there with the Q in it. That's amazing. Then you've got the Q, the gold Q. Then you've got the Great Awakening, where we go one Q, where we go when we go all Q, or excuse me, pin. Then, Shady, Ben Garrison designed the CAG pin. He was cued yesterday. So our own Ben Garrison.
He's cued a couple of times.
At graphics on twitter.com.
That guy can make some memes.
Oh my gosh, he is a master memer. Hopefully we can get him on the show. He does follow me, and I know he goes on 412 show every now and again. Maybe we can get him to come on over here, right? That would be awesome.
Well, I would love the opportunity to interview him a little bit.
That's right. Also, don't forget to, we've got another sponsor, Red Pill Living, and this is the C60 and all. This is amazing stuff. In fact, Shady, we need to do a little education on what this stuff is so people really understand, what it is. I think we need to, maybe do a deep dive, just, really quick, into one of these products. I know you're using the C60 olive oil product right there. So guys, check it out. It's antioxidants. It's harmful. No free radicals in there. It improves your cognitive ability. It doesn't improve reading skills. For me, Shady, that's the only thing it doesn't do.
It's not that. That doesn't say it would do that on the bottle, though. Let's be fair.
It does not say that. That is true. So hey, but it does. Research. It's a 1 to 2x more life expectancy, and inhibits tumor growth and metastasis rates and whatnot. It improves your cardiovascular health, and that's what I'm concerned about. Being 29 years old, Shady. I'm starting to have to worry about my health.
Right. At 29, yeah, you're just starting to think about that, aren't you?
And, my increased stamina, right? And
this future-proof past thing, it might be going to your head.
Right. I'm a little older than 29. You got me there, guys. You got me there. But I feel like I'm 29, and that's thanks to redpillliving.com/intheMatrixx. So guys, if you get support us, you get cool stuff, helps you, help us help you, Shady.
That seems like circular winning.
Right, it is. Also, please remember that we've got a Patreon as well. It's patreon.com/intheMatrixx. And we really need your help over there. We've got 175 Patreons over there, Shady. That's not bad, but I'd love to see 200. Even $1. There it is. Nothing is behind a paywall, guys. This is patreon.com. I did put some, ideas up there for you, but there's nothing behind a paywall. It is to support this show and what we're doing. I'll put the thread reader up there and stuff like that. There's our show from yesterday, Meet the Mods. This is our billboard in Times Square. We did this stuff, guys. We're doing this stuff for you. So please, if you can help us out with that, that would be awesome too. Also, what else do we got? We got the PayPal. The PayPal is the, what is it? YouTube Super Chat takes what, 30%, Shady? Give or take?
38%.
38%. Patreon is the less of the two. It takes a little bit less, but it's still about 20 some odd percent. And PayPal takes 0 if we do overnight. So that's paypal.me/intheMatrixx with 3 X's. That would be the way to go, the preferred way to go if you do want to do a donation with monetary funds. We also have a P.O. box, and Poussant will hopefully drop that P.O. box. It's a Palm City P.O. box, intheMatrixx.com, P.O. box what is it? 2072 Palm City, Florida 34991. Anything like a check, Jeffrey Peterson, and we'll get that for you too. What is it? What else do we got? We got some Teespring too, Shady, right? We got a bunch of ways to support the show, but we're really trying to move to the point where we can actually just, get real sponsors, more sponsors, I should say. But look at this stuff, Shady. This is the intheMatrixxx shirt. The choice for you is to know, right? The choice to know. This is a beach towel, and these are amazing. We've got your standard Q on fire with a Q on the back too. The red, enjoy the show with the red pill on the tongue, kind of like what is that? Rolling Stones-ish, right? Then we've got the U.S. Department of Winning, guys. Then we've got some classics. This is the original intheMatrixxx.com shirts right here. But we have every shape, size, whatever that you want. Hoodies, I know it's getting cold for some people. Then we've got the Q with the president right there. Coffee cups, shirts. We've got every kind of, design that you want, that you could need, that you could help support the show. Also, I wanted to point this one out. This is the ITM NRO shirt. Did you see this one yet, Shady?
I did see this one.
This one is the NRO, and on the back it says "Nothing can stop what's coming." Q, and that's what it says in Latin right here around Pepe. Nothing can stop what is coming.
Nice conversation starter.
Yeah. So, check it out. Help us out. We love you. Thank you very much. And enough of that. Oh my gosh, I feel like I don't like this stuff, but if you guys could help, we love you. Thank you very much. So what do we got here? We got.
Well, we got a lot of interesting Q drops today, my friend.
A lot of interesting Q drops, and I want to thank Kim. Just got a PayPal from Kim. Kim, thank you very much. I don't want to say your last name. Steve Carr, my Pepe. There he is, right there. See your Pepe. And what is that? What does that POTUS right there have in his hand? That's a Q. It's a beautiful Q, isn't it? And we have had some Q. Oh my gosh! So this is my thread, and remember, this thread does not close till midnight tonight. Eastern time. So this will be my thread for all Q posts for Saturday, December 7th, 2019. Epstein thought so. Puppets and puppet masters and more. Let's go, guys. This is it. So here's the first Q drop. Oh my gosh. Q post 3655, Shady. We covered this Q post just the other day when Q asked who controls the media, right? And we popped this one in the thread, and we talked about it on our show. Q post 1871 has MOS, Mossad, at the top, alt plus U.S. media. So that's the alternate and U.S. media, folks, along with the U.S. politicians. Oh, and we're going to get to that too. And also down there, Shady and I thinks that's like, obviously all the ABC companies like ABC,
all the
NBC,
alphabet
CBS.
Organizations.
Yes.
Even maybe including Alphabet Company itself.
Yes, so that's what I think too. So on the side of alt and U.S. media, those are all your NPCs, WNPC, CNN, all those. And on the other side,
Twitter,
with
Facebook.
the U.S. politicians, that could be the CXA, C_A, all that. And those that scream the loudest, boy, we've had some loud screamers, Shady.
You mean there's been a shift show?
Oh, total shift show and a drunk show by Nancy. How dry I am. Pelosi. Gosh, man.
I'm glad we're bringing that back.
Yeah. How dry I am. Remember that? That was awesome. So, and Stephen Carr wants to remind everybody here that Epstein didn't kill himself, Shady.
And also, I just wanted to remind everyone for the future that Weinstein didn't kill himself.
Right. For the future and the Prince, Andrew.
Prince Andrew didn't kill himself.
Tony Summers. Yes. Jesse Waters, we know, discusses Q. We're going to play that here for you tonight.
That's part of the reason we're here.
We're going to play that for you tonight. And yes, you're right, Epstein. And then he had that Epstein guy afterwards too. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. So find the connections. This is going back to Q Post 1871, Shady. Those who scream the loudest, ... Find the connections. 1:1:1:1. Primary, affiliate A, affiliate B, affiliate C, right? So let's think of NBC. So we've got affiliate A, B, and C. This is kind of like looking at marching to the same beat. This is like that Sinclair thing, Shady, when everybody, like ABC, main ABC, owned by Disney, who covers for Epstein Island, that the Disney cruises go to Epstein Island. So that's one in of itself. That's just, you just can't make this stuff up, Shady. But then there are affiliates here in West Palm Beach, or out there in California, or out there. So these are the affiliates, all marching to the same beat. Coincidence? Logical thinking. Q. Now Q then posts today and says, relevant to today regarding assets, foreign assets, deconstruction of foreign-controlled intel, U.S. media plus alt critical. Deconstruction of foreign-controlled intel, guys, in the U.S. media and the alternate media is critical. Untouchable regarding state-backed. Epstein thought so. Puppets and puppet masters. Q.
Yeah, and doesn't this just strike you like going back to the point where we first started getting these drops and we were discussing like all the different angles of this, and we obviously all knew how embedded this, all these assets were. And you're like, and Q said, is the stage set? He said that multiple times, and a lot of that was leading to this, because you have to have, the president without those rallies. Do you think the media is as discredited as they've become? He went out there, he did that. You guys did that, moving this information around on Twitter. Now they run they're running their little show, their little con, and Anons are coming right behind them and showing the sauce, bringing the evidence. Therefore, they're really stuck in a pickle, right?
Pickle.
It's a pickle.
Speaking of pickles, I wanted to go back to that. When we look at alt media right here with foreign controlled, this Isaac Cappy is just sticking in my head a lot lately. And
Me too, for some reason.
He's like, the brackets and jackets. I mean, listen to that beat, man. Shady. Here we go. It's the Matrix and Shady Q show on Saturday.
Hello.
Live from Oregon.
Special.
We got something special for you guys.
In here. That's right. It's brackets and jackets. Bringing it back for brackets and jackets. Special Epstein Island edition.
And
that's right, folks. Epstein.
Is Epstein
Jeffrey
Island Alex
Epstein,
Jones? Right.
The man with the island, which is suspiciously close to Haiti. That's right. You see this man, Jeffrey Epstein, is funding lots of people. He's funding lots of people
funding
on
people.
the street to make sure his shit
Don't
doesn't get out. That's right.
Oh, that's right,
They want
guys.
the record sealed. And they're paying a lot of people. Epstein's paying a lot of people.
Prove me wrong.
Oh boy. For one, he's got a whole Mossad media matrix in America.
Okay, Mossad media matrix in America, Shady. So let's go back to this Q post, right? Look at the Q. Where am I? Here's the Q post. Look at. So Mossad, Shady, media matrix, right? Ready for more?
Bring it.
And I would bet you anything that Alex Jones is one of them. Prove
me wrong.
That's right. Cappy's in the portal.
Cappy's in the portal. Cappy's in the portal. Come on,
With
Shady.
songs about Epstein. It's Brackets and Jackets Epstein edition. Guys, I had some epiphanies today. I had some real big epiphanies about some guys.
In Palm
A
Beach.
big network of guys and spies and lies and liars.
So that's, you guys, I'll drop it in there for you guys if you want to watch it. But my gosh, guys, Alex Jones is the alt media network, Mossad.
No, he's not.
Frank! They're telling me I'm Russian. No,
He's
Alex.
been killing people for this country for 200 years.
That's right. And Alex, we're not calling you Russian. We
called him Frank.
We called him Frank. No, we called him actually Mossad. Okay, and it was funny when he did that. That piece on Dustin. He was saying Russian, and no, it's not Russian. So he's the same ilk, guys. Sad.
Anybody that's blaming Russia for anything in this day and age is kind of behind the times of the real threat.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right,
Not
Shady,
Russia.
we're going to play this groove while you read the post. Ready? I want this groove, dude. I want this whole song, man. All right, but Shady, let's read the next post. And I want you to go ahead and read that. Can you read that right there, my brother?
I can read that. What happens when people don't conform to their rule? What happens when people cannot defend themselves? Why do the Dems want to abolish the Second Amendment? A well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. What did the framers of the Constitution fear the most? That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it, and to institute new government, laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Mm-hmm. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. We the people, Q, and you see, we see, they see the new guards, and that is you. And that's why they're writing all these media stories, and that is why they're coming after you, because they know this is legitimate. Matrix, that is the only reason they attack.
That's right. That's right. And real quick, Angela Jensen, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. $10 right there on the, what is it called? The super chat. Schlip Dog, what's up? Saturday Night Live, where we go when we go all. And queued up, dude. Thank you. Also on the PayPal, Paul, thank you. 5x5, got you 10. Appreciate it. Shady, very well said. This is like one of my favorite posts because we don't read. Thank you, Angela. We don't read the Constitution, Shady.
Nope. And they don't teach the Constitution.
This tweet is now gone. I think Kingston Churchill actually went ahead and, basically deleted that. But guess who has it? Come on.
I think he made his account private when he got queued.
Yeah. Accounts are
or something.
I'm not authorized to see this status as well, so apparently I'm blocked. This person might have blocked all of us, guys. Who knows? We'll see. But anyways, we've got it all, dude. We're anons, bro. So this is that when any form of government, this is your Constitution, guys. Please just take a few minutes to read it. Okay, it's really not that long.
And also, a few minutes to remember
the Declaration.
Remember what happened to those people. The people that signed that document. What actually happened to them. How many people out there know the story of that and what really happened to the people that signed that? Most of them died poor.
Right.
Most of them had everything they owned stolen. Most of them were ransacked and, put away during the war. I think half of them were arrested and killed. So, these were people who were signing their name to a document so that you could never forget. And the conflict that we're in right now is absolutely that. Right. It is about the gold and it is about the guns, and they've already got your gold.
Right. Right.
So we're working on getting that back. But if they get your guns and your gold, you can bet your communism's right around the door.
That's right. That's right. I'm glad that Angel made it back in. But you're absolutely right, Shady. Look there's the signers right there on this Declaration of Independence. Shady. Achoo! Oh my God.
Bless you.
And I'm not muting because I'll be in the Matrix. I wanted to real quick bring this up.
I've got Matt Drudge on. I'm real. I relaunched the Patriot movement. I'm not bragging here.
No.
I'm just saying along comes the royalty of Q. And it just
the royalty of Q. Shady.
Tells me that I'm this anti-American. And let me tell you, for a lot of generations, that's not what's been going on. We've been doing a lot of stuff, writing books and financing things and killing people for this country. My family's been killing people for 240 plus years for this country, brother. Killing people, doing a lot of dangerous stuff. And people come along that won't say who their name is and accuse me of being a goddamn Russian agent. I'll come after their ass. Do you understand that?
Certainly, I understand threats, Alex. We didn't
accuse you.
Yeah, and that's Roy Davis, Captain Roy. Amazing guy. He held himself very well during that. Did you see that? Here's the video. I'm dropping that for you guys.
The rage is just remarkable.
That's right.
He's so mad, bro.
Why so mad, bro? right?
What's up?
So a well-regulated militia being necessary to the security of a free state, the right of the people to keep and bear arms shall not be infringed. What did the framers of the Constitution fear the most? Let's check out this video.
呢個係交通警啊！佢掹槍啊！佢掹槍！喂！係咪去開槍啊？
Moment of silence. Sorry, guys. Pray for the victims and pray that that never comes to this country.
That is what they want to see. If they can get us fighting each other, it certainly will, man. I mean, that's why I think that's why so many people have dropped what they were doing to come to this conversation, for we the people to stand up for Q, to stand up for the president. This is what we're attempting to prevent.
Yeah.
I mean, that is not far away from the shores of this country, and there's not that much land amongst the water on the planet.
Yeah, guys, and this is real, guys. Our Constitution has the Second Amendment for a reason, and that's the reason.
It's not for hunting. It's not for hunting.
No. I mean, that's a bonus.
The left, was trying to sell me that one 20 years ago. I'm like,
right.
That is not what guns are for. Guns
Right.
are for preventing tyranny. That's the only thing they're for.
So when a long train of abuses and usurpations pursuing invariably the same object evidences of a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and provide new guards for their future security, Shady. That's us.
And that's what we're doing. That is what we are doing.
And a little bit
And
of
also,
go ahead.
is it what? The sound?
No, you're good.
Oh.
Continue.
I was going to read this. By signing the Declaration of Independence, the 56 Americans pledged their lives, their fortunes, and their sacred honor. It was no idle pledge. 9 signers died of wounds during the Revolutionary War. 5 were captured and imprisoned. Their wives and their children were killed, jailed, mistreated, and left penniless. 12 signers' houses were burned to the ground. 17 lost everything they owned. No signer defected their honor like their nation, and their honor, their nation remained intact.
Wow.
That's who started this. These people mean more than you know. The idea that 20 years ago, 25 years ago, high school, they were barely teaching us the preamble. I learned the Constitution after I left high school. I didn't learn it in high school.
I learned it 8th grade. That's probably why I am who I am today.
Mm-hmm.
Because I studied the Constitution, and I'm like, guys, what's
Exactly
a democracy?
what happened to me.
How come that's not written in the Constitution? How come it's not written in the 50 states' Constitution? Hello?
How come we don't use gold and silver for money?
Right. Why does it say Congress shall coin money?
What is a Federal Reserve?
Here we go. Look at Mac. He is an Iranian American. And Mac says that this is the stuff that he escaped from 35 years ago from Iran, guys.
And it's still going on in his home country. And to think that you've got morons running around in America begging for socialism? I mean, what are we talking about here?
Cue Twilight Zone music.
Yeah, think mirror, up is down. They're very confused. Too much university.
Dude, Saturday Night Q with Shady Groove and intheMatrixxx. What do you guys think of this, Shady?
Bring it.
Bring it. I mean, there's just too much. Gosh, there's just too much. All right,
Hey,
Shady.
you want something funny? I'll bring you here. Let me bring you something funny.
Okay.
All right, we'll bring you something funny. Let's see, where are you? Okay, here you are. Let's get them fired up.
All right, you want to do that in 1 second? You want? Because I was going to do this USS Arizona Memorial. Do you want to wait?
Yeah, just wait 1 second.
We're gonna. Okay, be funny. Then here we go.
Memorial live.
We'll do it live, guys. All right, let's see what we got. Let's see what Shady Groove is giving us.
Wearing number 1 for the Cobalt Cannibals
gosh.
today is little Hillary Clinton. Hillary has lived most of her life as a raging bitch face after being born with an ice cube for a heart. She's about as powerful
Born with
as
an
they
ice
come.
cube.
So in partnership with Soros-rigged ballot machines, both parties have agreed to come together and have Hillary run the game. She's hitting the campaign trail, and there she goes. The New York Times reported touchdown probability at a solid 98%. I'm not surprised. With the $14 billion her foundation stole from Haiti, you know that money got spread around. All reports now show it's to be smooth sailing for Little Hill. Oh! Donald Trump with the takedown of the century! Can you believe it? There's pandemonium! The crowd is going wild!
Oh my God, that's awesome. Are the champions. We are the champions. Wow, I love it, Shady. Okay. That was awesome.
Fire!
Fire. In fact, let me drop that link for everybody right there because that was our mods are going, I don't have the link. There you go. There's the link. Wow. That was hilarious. And now let's bring it back because, Q did post this. Very amazing. And let's just go ahead and check this out.
The date lives in infamy. December 7th, 1941. 75 years ago tomorrow, the Japanese launched a surprise attack on Pearl Harbor.
Obviously, this was 3
Tonight,
years
Barry
ago.
Peterson
78
shows us
years
a
ago.
unique new memorial to the 1,177 crewmen who died aboard the USS Arizona.
I have watched the ship blow up hundreds of times on television. And every single time I've watched that explosion, I felt a little pang in my heart.
Bill Westcott was named after an uncle he never met who died aboard the USS Arizona.
His name is William Percy Westcott, Jr.
Can I see the picture?
You may.
3 years ago, he started work on an idea for this, a thin red outline across the bustling commons at the University of Arizona. It is something new to remember something old, the exact measurement of the doomed battleship's main deck.
The fourth bomb came down in this area here.
David Carter, who restores historic
I guess I wanted to play this to show
studied the
this
ship's
is real
blueprints
people, right?
and discovered
Shady.
a perfect fit, like it was meant to be.
In the initial outline of the ship, 597 feet long, and we had 5/8 of an inch to spare.
5/8 of an inch.
Yeah.
Wow.
In the middle, a structure like a ship's bridge, with a medallion for each man who died. More than 700 were 22 or
It
under,
is, Sarah.
college age.
Absolutely is.
Students of today, like Elizabeth Quinlan, can meet the young men of that terrible day.
But people died.
Very
you know.
humanizing. So you start realizing that there's actual names and faces that go to these different
Yes.
incidents.
The last medallion was for William Westcott, signed by Bill.
Now and forever.
The memory of every lost sailor, now passed to a new generation.
You see your uncle's name. What's in your mind?
I think about the scale of the ship and the scale of the loss.
And a debt of honor to a fallen uncle, now paid in full. Barry Peterson, CBS News, Tucson, Arizona.
Yes, and we all know that it's false flag, right? We all know that war equals scam trillions. But people died here, man. Shady?
Yep, and we have to put it in the context. Pearl Harbor is to World War II what 9/11 is to the Patriot Act. It's an event that was allowed to happen. No one knew that those people, the Japs, were coming over here like that, except for the people in charge. They were orchestrating it.
Yeah.
It all is a lie. And part of, we were talking about this today, Matrix, the really tough conversation that we're going to, as Anons, have to start having here real soon about the real true history and the history that they are struggling to make sure they maintain the narrative of. That's the false history, and they want that to be maintained for a reason, because that's how they're controlling you, by pitting one person against another, one religion against another, one belief structure against another, man versus woman. These people are ostracized, colors of race. They absolutely don't talk about anything except for something that divides us. They never speak of things that unite us, ever. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah, it is. And, that this is something that will live in infamy. And as we start realizing the true history, his story, and history is a fable and it's told by the winner. When we start realizing the true history of this world, there's going to be a lot of heads blown, if you will, minds blown.
And the slow awakening is a really big part of that as well. I mean, look how much time we've had to absorb this. And even this past week, we see new stuff that's overwhelming, don't we?
Yes, we do.
And so that, we're prepared for that, but the general public isn't.
No. And that's why I think that, and if I can find it here quickly, I actually was, just kind of thinking last night about the wording of the Q post that said thinking timing.
Mm-hmm.
And that had to mean something more than what I thought it was. Sandra, thank you very much. PayPal received. I really appreciate that. The thinking timing is, when you, and it also has to do with future proofs past. And there was actually a study about thinking timing, if you will, about our synapses. And, people have, like, you've heard about the slow, learners, right? And it takes longer for them to actually, like, process data, right? And accept it. And once we do our cause and effect, we see it in the news, and the effect, the cause and effect. And as we keep seeing this stuff in the news, it changes our thinking. And it takes people a different time. So it is about the Great Awakening, in my opinion. Let me just go and grab this real quick. Here it is. This is the thinking timing, the capacity to adapt and learn with experience. Right? So this is a new study on March 2019. It's new insights in new neuronal behavior in the brain that may pave the way to identifying learning disabilities. Remember hearing people being called slow learners by teachers and parents that oft use description of some who takes, a wee bit longer to process the information? And now there's a scientific basis for it. Scientists at New Lu Lin School of Medicine have found that the rapidity with which a person is able to grasp, process, understand, store, and use the information comes down to the speed and timing with which the neurons of the brain fire off. Right? So the closer gap between the firing of the neuron and the next, the greater the speed which the information is received, stored, and acted upon. So in other words, when it comes to quick thinking, timing makes all the difference. So now we're starting to learn all this stuff, right, guys? So here's a little GIF, right? Here's the past. So the cause, and then the effect. Here's what we see. Then here's the effect. Then there's another cause, effect. We might change our thinking. Another cause, effect. Change our thinking, and that's to the future.
And it's similar to a avalanche.
It's similar to an avalanche or a great awakening, right? That's what I thought this was. That's
your cause. Your next effect makes the next cause. We've started a blockchain of events, or even, you can almost look at it as like a virus in the system.
Right. And there's thinking timing for you guys if you want to check it out.
Very interesting.
I mean, I'm like, that's really weird to say. And when I Googled, of course, thinking timing, this is what came up that seemed more like a great awakening. It's we're lifting the veil. Yes, honest content. We're lifting the veil. The veil has been lifted to us 2 years ago or a year and a half ago. Now there's other people that are just now getting into Q, and their veil is maybe they're starting to peek underneath it, right? They don't have it lifted yet. And we're here to help them with that, with real news and facts, and talking about things and bringing up theories and talking about those and understanding facts that are actually facts. Just very interesting to me.
And a little bit of it too is it's about teaching people to deal with dirty information.
Right.
I don't know if I'm explaining, maybe that doesn't exactly explain what it is, but it's dirty information. We're dealing with raw data. We're dealing with maybes and maybe nots and memes that could or could not be accurate. And what can we verify? And how do we actually do that? Like that type of logical discernment has never really been created or put together on the web. We're actually putting together something on the web that's architecturally profound, really.
Right.
I mean, and so like with that dirty information, people have to understand, well, my information isn't just clean, just like the same way you would think of as going to the store and buying your meat. Well, just because you bought your meat in the store doesn't mean that the animal didn't bleed for you.
Gotcha.
Right? Same type of thing. We're instead of getting our news from the grocery store, we're actually going out in the woods and finding it.
Right. Debbie, thank you very much. Just received 1717 PayPal. Thank you so much. Wow. Apparently, I think we have somebody in chat here. This is Amanda right here. Amanda, I don't know if you're in chat, if you're here. This is Amanda. She has a medical expenses. Amanda Combs, she's organizing this fundraiser. And obviously, we help our Patriots. Apparently, she has lost her right kidney in 2007 due to a cyst. And she's got kiddos. Look at the kiddos. Look at those guys. Right, and this is a cyst, and they found 4 masses on the left kidney. Recently had the masses biopsied, and even though the samples were sent off to the leading lab in the U.S., the results are inconclusive as to the type I have due to the gene mutation that's possibly hereditary. So basically, she's fighting some different things and wrong possible cancer in her kidneys. My heart bleeds for you. She also has acoustic neuroma, which is a vestibular schwannoma. I don't even know what this is, but it's a rare condition and occurs in 11 in 1 million people. I actually can identify with that. I had something that was very... what do you call it? Rare, and survived. And I'm praying for you. Here's the link right there, guys. If you want to help Amanda, who's in chat right here, right now, today. Q Phenomenon also has been helped here by you guys, and he's been very thankful. Q Phenomenon is an amazing guy. He's saying prayers help too, and they certainly do. So there you go, guys.
They help more than people know.
Yeah. I was also thinking too, when we got Q dropping things about the Constitution. Now, what about the Constitution, right? Mm-hmm. What is the head of state supposed to do? He's the commander in chief with the armed service. We say to Q, military, right? Q says military all the time. He's also negotiating and signing treaties with other countries, although they need to be ratified by the Senate. Senate was the target. So what is POTUS doing right now? Is he running around negotiating and signing treaties that actually put America first? Yes.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Yeah, that's what people are pissed about. He's also in charge of diplomatic relations with other countries. And he has the power to issue pardons if anyone convicted of a crime. These duties are carried out in most countries by the heads of state, so the president carries this title, although it's not specified in the Constitution. But the head of government, the Constitution also confers the following 2 powers of the president. He's responsible for appointing people to head of government departments subject to confirmation by the Senate. Senate was the target. And what has he been doing? He's been putting judges in. Lisa, thank you. What has he been doing? He can call Congress back into session during a break, recess, at any time of national emergency. So this is what our president is supposed to do. He's supposed to take care of the border, right? And he's supposed to deal with our trade and tariffs. That's
right.
That's why he deals with trade deals, military, and the wall. That's what he wants to do. So President Trump, shady, is probably the most constitutional president we've ever had.
That is for sure. I mean, that is, in my opinion, I would have to, especially, absolutely in the modern age.
Right.
I mean, we've never had a person who actually had what I would consider a libertarian mindset. America first, us, the Constitution, government can't do things right. They screw it up. The private sector needs to be, innovation needs to be encouraged. Entrepreneurship needs to be encouraged. Whenever I was young, it was this transition period from where they were getting out of teaching people how to learn a trade and work for themselves and getting into teaching you, like, what were you going to do for your career for the rest of your life? You better learn it now.
That's right.
That was a big difference in education for all of us, because they knew they were stealing all the wealth. There wasn't going to be any ability to be an entrepreneur. Everything was already being done for you. What do you need? Why do you need to be an entrepreneur?
Yeah, exactly.
We're already making all this stuff. Now we've got all the companies under our control. Now all we have to do is steal the rest of your wealth.
Yeah.
And ship it into China.
And then at the same time have a huge freaking child trafficking ring.
Right. And, a lot of people think that this whole move to China started in the 90s. This started a long time ago. This plan to have the American infrastructure moved overseas started way before the 90s and Bush. It was part of why they hated Reagan so bad and part of why they hated JFK so bad, because they weren't going along with that stuff.
That's right.
They all ended up shot.
Or suicided, right? Shady. 3658. Go.
Where's George Soros? Ukraine? Who else recently traveled to Ukraine? Panic is real. All hands on deck. Q. And we get this nice dictionary definition here, which, a lot of people, it was cool that he posted this today because a lot of people do not understand what this word means. They just don't.
Right.
Especially people that have lost a sense of faith or religion or something like that in their life to understand how this plugs into the ancient world and what evil really is. Everybody's kind of in this gray area, like, oh, it's okay, it's this, it's okay, but there is such thing as evil, guys, and a lot of people refer to it as an energy veil. Who knows how this was brought upon us? But humanity is not inherently evil. None of us are.
Right.
We're not. And we don't want war, and we don't want to kill people. And we had a society that was being developed in America that was the antithesis of the raging wars of Europe and the monarchies and the tyrants. And that is what we were trying to get here. That's why, what would be a better reason for us to not be involved in foreign wars, Matrix?
Right.
Other than to prevent us from supporting or having to choose the better of two evils. We don't have to choose.
I'm tired of choosing an evil. Even the better of two, that's still an evil, Shady.
I don't want to. I'm just kind of not going to choose evil. Sorry.
Kind of tired of it.
Push me in that corner.
Right. Hey, Shady, real quick before we get into the description there, I want to thank Christy and Susan for PayPal. Thank you so much. It's paypal.me/intheMatrixxx, guys. Thank you. You don't know how much this helps, especially now. Evil. Here we go. So the definition of evil, Shady. Ready?
Yep.
1. Morally reprehensible, sinful, wicked, an evil impulse. Or B, arising from an actual imputed bad character or conduct, a person of evil reputation. 2, archaic, inferior. B, causing discomfort or repulsion. Do you find me repulsive? Or like offensive, or an evil odor from what was it? Buttigieg? Was that, who's the guy that Fartgate? Disagreeable. Well, yeah, they said that Hillary smelled like sulfur.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Ugh.
More than one person said that.
I couldn't imagine that.
Or I would repeat it.
Miss Q says boom.
Howard Stern thought that she was really sweet the other day.
Oh, I know. And are you afraid that Trump is going to kill you because of lock her up?
She didn't look not scared.
No, I tell you. All right, so disagreeable, work late, and in evil temper. So that's evil. Causing harm, pernicious. Pernicious? Yeah. The evil institution of slavery, marked by misfortune, unlucky, or evil as a noun. Definition of evil, entry 2 of 3. The fact of suffering misfortune and wrongdoing. Or B, a cosmic evil force. Number 2, something that brings sorrow, distress, or calamity. And then evil as an adverb, archaic, like in an evil manner. There's your definitions.
Worshipping of evil is part of our problem here on this mission. That's
Yes.
what they're doing. That's how they're drawing their energy. That's how they're bringing things in and out of the physical world. That's what they've been practicing, and it's kind of hard to talk about these things sometimes because people are stuck in their physical world, and that is not what we're doing. Have you ever heard the term "What's the matter"?
What's the matter?
And what's the matter? Like, if you really turn that on its head a second and think, like, what's the matter? There's no physical world.
Right.
You know, this is us. This is our journey.
This is where we are.
We're supposed to be bringing the Great Awakening. I think that we all collectively, at one point, decided to come here for this mission. We knew it wasn't going to be easy, but we also knew, we've had you and I both have had a laser pointer on this for a long time, way before Q, and we knew that what was at the center of it was evil, and we have a voice now that started the larger conversation, which is quite incredible.
We have another amazing patriot that has a great voice and is fighting evil every day. Blessed to teach, Rick. Hey, how are you, sir? Blessed to teach is in the audience right there.
Hey, Rick. How are you, sir?
Yes, sir. And
nice to see you.
Yeah, we love Rick and B2T. Press 45 if you love Blessed to Teach. Also, Sherry, yes, got it. Sherry wanted to know it was her first time to donate to the cause. Hope you got it. We sure did. Thank you so much. Were we supposed to press 45 for Blessed to Teach?
They're coming. Are they
coming? I was going to say, even Blessed to Teach, thanks for your service. Thank you, sir. And, we need to have you on our show, and would love to have you sometime soon, Rick. If you can do like a 1 p.m. show, let us know. I know you, have other things going on during the day, but if that could work, we'd love to have you. Yes, because we need to stay united, right? Part of
what we're going to start doing is a little bit more of this roundtable thing, because we want to be bringing other voices.
Yeah, Rick says, wow. Look at all those 45s you got, Rick.
Wow, Rick. Yeah, you got some fans here, bud.
You got some friends. We're all friends. You're our friend, Rick, and I actually was hoping to meet him at that event that we were going to go to, but unfortunately that got canceled, that Flynn event. Remember that? Here we go, Shady. This is 3659. This is a Fox News Naval Air Station shooter manifesto. U.S. Nation of Evil posted on Twitter prior to shooting? How come there's no... Yeah. What's going on? Calls to ban, remove Twitter? Calls to ban, remove 8chan for same reason? Congressional hearing? Why was there a coordinated effort to ban, remove 8chan? What's the reason? What's the real reason? Logical thinking. Q.
Because they were actually having to print stories and talk about QAnon, and if they got rid of 8chan, they wouldn't have to do that for 3 months.
That's right. That's right. 27
and
Sparkle.
Now they're back to printing stories about QAnon.
That's right. That's right. We had iPod here last night, Shady. Now we got Blessed to Teach. We got all the big wigs coming in here. How nice is that? Yeah. 27 Sparkle, thank you so much. Appreciate you so much. Look at this here. So, what was the real reason 8chan, Shady hit it on the nose. If, all they do is basically attack Q. Oh, Q is a LARP. Q this, Q. Okay, fine. Attack Q all you want. Because I don't know who Q is. Right? We don't dox Q. We only know certain things. Right? 10 people, 3 non-military,
otherwise,
Q
we
clearance.
do not speculate in public.
Right. We don't so we don't dox Q because it doesn't matter, because this is what matters. The actual questions that this Q entity is asking us, and then we go, Shady and I go, and you guys out there in chat go to the internet and try to figure out to prove them wrong, but you can't. Or you find the facts. You see?
That's what's so beautiful about this, and that's what so many on the other side don't understand, is that they think that we're hypnotized by some random poster. They don't understand that we've went and tried to prove him wrong. We've already done the work. He's not wrong.
That's right.
If he were wrong, we would report it was wrong.
Liberty's out there putting Blessed to Teach's YouTube channel, guys. Make sure you get over there and follow him as well, okay? We need to all stick together. Blessed to Teach, iPod, Praying Medic. There's many. We can't name them all. LK. Make sure you get him too. He actually was on the show last night, Shady. Also, Kevin, you make my world, guys. You're a beautiful patriot. Jay Madison, iPod every morning. Heck yeah. Jeff Boyd, this is all addictive. Christine, love Praying Medic too. Mickey, they understand it better than we do. Nobody walks. The real Candyman's Jeffrey says, Blessed to Teach, you are so amazing and important, says Vicky. Blessed to Teach has Mark Taylor on a lot. Love Mark Taylor. By the way, I've messaged Mark Taylor back and forth, and he prayed for me, and also loves what we do here. So we're very amazing. Dalbro says, love y'all. Linda, Kiwi, we love Kiwi. Q teaching critical thought. Exactly, Les. That choice to know will be yours. You know, and we were talking last night about that. Remember, you know, Q even dropped it. We talk about it all the time, Shady. You know, don't trust. You know, here, let's go to that post because it's very important. And we still got a long way to go through these Qs, but this is an amazing Q post from last night. It's very simple. It's very simple, and we teach it all the not teach it, but preach it. I should say preach it all the time. Is that people actually believe those respond? Okay, nope. Here it is. Right. No. Where did it go? Oh, well. You know what? I don't know where it is. Oh, yeah, here it is. Knowledge is power. Think for yourself. Trust yourself. Do due diligence. You awake, and thinking for yourself is their greatest fear. Sheep no more. Bah. The Great Awakening. Q. That's a great post right there. What other cult?
It's the foundation of our movement.
Yeah, what other cult would make you think for yourself? I don't think any of them would. Would they, Shady?
Well, if actually
I'm in a cult.
If you're thinking for yourself, then you're kind of doing the exact opposite of what you need a cult for.
Exactly right. In fact, the real
doesn't work both ways.
The real cult is the culture that we're living in today that they've made for us, folks.
The mirror, exactly.
Exactly.
They make you think that war is necessary. They make you think that famine is something that just happens. They make you think that other countries can't be cooperated with equally. They make you think that there's an overpopulation of the planet.
That's right.
Now, there's 7 billion people on planet Earth right now. If you put all 7 billion people in one place, they would fit inside the country of France, then everybody would get about 900 square feet apiece.
And at least 10% of them know who Q is, Shady. How crazy is that?
And 10% of them know who Q is, so you're tight quarters there. It'd be hard to go to the bathroom, but either way, the planet is not overpopulated.
Right. And, you know, we're going to be sheep no more, folks. Shady, none of this. None. All done.
No.
Are we going to be sheep?
No.
That's right. Sheep no more, Shady. All right, that's my sheep impression. All right, we
got a bunch of wolves out here getting hungrier and hungrier every day.
Teresa Pitts. Oh, excuse me. Oh my gosh, Teresa. Yeah. Thank you. Oh my gosh, I'm trying not to say last names. Thank you. Wow. But yeah, sheep no more, guys. And you know, this Naval Air Station, Shady, where the manifesto condemning U.S. as a nation of evil, I understand that this was also where they trained some of the 9/11 hijackers. And then I know that, you know, I do watch a little bit of the George Webb stuff, and he actually came on and said this is where they actually train the pilots for Jeffrey Epstein's operation. And that could very well be. That's a great theory.
It is a great theory.
It's all connected.
It could be a clown training ground, because I was remembering that as well, that some of those, that was where a couple of those people trained from before.
Right.
So interesting that this is where it happens. And a little note as well, that there's, it's been in the news that there's 700,000 Saudi nationals here training.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah, 700,000 they've brought over here to be training within the United States. And we just had one of them go berserk on a base yesterday, and then there's 3 of them standing around filming it with their cell phones.
Yeah, just like
Filming
they did
it.
everywhere. Yeah, so
not protecting the soldiers this guy is killing. They were filming this man.
Yeah, free thinkers, Snapper J.
Whoa, bro,
that's crazy, Shady.
That is crazy on another level.
Let's also think about Florida too. Okay, the lot of false flags in Broward. I mean, obviously we had
something other than a hanging Chad.
Hanging Chad, and that's West Palm Beach County. Then you had Broward, but what about Parkland? Okay, what about the Pulse nightclub shooting? That guy lived in my city, Shady, and he worked for G4S. And he worked at my Publix that I go to every day. Today I went to that Publix, Shady, because you told me to go get some food to eat.
I know I did tell you that, and that's eerie.
But seriously, guys, this is what it's about. Right there. Vincent, I love you, brother. Thank you. Much love. PayPal, Vincent. Thank you so much. So this is Saudi national who opened fire, Shady, in a classroom, right? This is in a naval air station in Florida Friday morning, killing 3 before shot dead by officers. He wrote anti-American and anti-Israeli tweets before the rampage, reports say. Mohammed Saeed al-Shamrani, who was said to be a second lieutenant in the flight training program for a foreign military personnel. Oh, and by the way, the people that trained for the World Trade Center attacks lived in my city too. They were seen at my mall, Shady.
Yeah, they were.
In Stuart, Florida. Just crazy. All right, so the guy posted a short manifesto to Twitter, AFP reported, citing the site intelligence group, a group that monitors jihadist media. A spokesperson for Twitter told Fox News in an email statement Saturday that the account was suspended but declined to comment for further, and that when the manifesto was tweeted out, we declined. The account was suspended. Shady.
Oh, how convenient.
Where's the outcry? Where is it? He posted a manifesto on the Twitter, Shady.
The media is silent. They're completely silent.
They are.
They have to be silent. And that's part of that's part of the operation. That's how come this works, right?
Yes.
Because they're quiet whenever they have to be quiet. And it's interesting because it used to be different. And whenever I really very first started seeing this nuance of the importance of what they didn't say. Right. And it was very kind of like, oh, you're like, oh, that's kind of weird, but oh yeah, you could chalk that up to, well, and now it's blatantly watch what they don't say.
Shady. Crickets.
Chirp.
Hey, mainstream media, what about Twitter and the manifesto? Should we take them to... There's crickets, Shady.
Oh, we just let Twitter roll.
We let them down. Take it out. Shut it down. Chirp. So the spokeswoman, okay, so the FBI told Fox News that it was aware of the anti-American Twitter post, but would not comment.
Oh.
They're not commenting, Shady. So the FBI, crickets, on whether they're looking at as part of the investigation. Al-Shamrani entered a classroom early Friday morning and opened fire, killing 3 people and injuring several others, including 2 Escambia County sheriff deputies who were first to respond. Source told Fox News on the scene of the shooting that the classroom where the students usually spend 3 months in the beginning program indicated that the shooter was a student who was in, quote, early in his training, Shady.
Oh, he's early in his training, all right.
Yeah. Majority of the hundreds of foreign aviation students who have participated in the program are from Saudi Arabia, the Navy said. The naval training program has about 1,500 pilots in total. 6 Saudi nationals were detained for questioning following Friday's shooting, although their ties to the shooter were not immediately known. The shooting is the second at a U.S. naval base this week. This shooting was D5, correct?
Yes, it was.
Okay. Remember, we went through 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
What better of a place? Yeah. What better of a place to train pilots?
Right.
Or flying royal people around the planet.
And there's no stopping and standing at the air station.
I did put an article in Zoom here that was today showing the 9/11, the connection to 9/11 and this same base. So, you guys, this is like we were saying earlier. The circles here are going to run small. They seem big right now, but they're going to run small once we get to the edges of this.
Initially linked. It is linked, guys.
And notice how the nuance of that, right? It's like, oh, initially, no, it's linked.
It's linked.
The fake news has to cover this, and we were mentioning the amount of Navy stuff going on here.
Right, and I'm actually going to drop that because the mods are like, Matrix, I don't have
the link. It. I dropped it for him out there.
Oh, did they? I was going to get in trouble by Sue. I didn't want to get in trouble. I don't want to get in trouble, Shady.
If you mess that up, you've messed everything up.
Right? So there's the article, guys. There it is. All right, so here's America as a whole has turned into a nation of evil. Yeah, that's what we're trying to fight, guys. QS, who recently went to Ukraine. This was 2015, but here's the names. Nancy Pelosi, Rosa DeLauro, Anna Eshoo, Shelley Pingree, Cedric Richmond, David Cicilline, Mark Vesey. So this is 2015, but this Schiff staffers meeting with the impeachment witness marked turning point in Ukraine controversy. And this was pretty recently, guys. This was back in October 24th, 2019. Who recently went to Ukraine? Schiff staffer, right here.
And also, just to add to this, Giuliani was just now in Ukraine.
That's right.
And supposedly he is bringing back witnesses from Ukraine.
Right.
So if he brings back these people that really want to testify that the whole mainstream news tells you that there's no evidence, he wants to get on a plane and bring you some evidence.
Right. This guy can't even write. What was he writing on a freaking horse? Look at this. 22091950.
If you write it like that, then you can, you can make mistakes easy.
Look at that. I mean, look at how much that trip cost us. $2,200, $985, $630 for meal expenses. What is this guy eating? I'd spent $10 today and got food. All right. Anyways, I'm just being a little hypocritical here.
There's not a swamp creature over there. You're just looking too far into things. Exactly.
And yes, and Rudy was in there.
It's Saturday,
and he brought.
You must be off our game,
dude. It's a Saturday night. You guys remember that song? Oh my god, that's how I learned how to spell Saturday in first grade. Just so you know, SATURDAY night. All right. Wow. So this is interesting, Shady.
Well, we have what? Because Drudge sucks now.
well. What do we have here, Shady?
Anybody notice that? I think we all did.
Right. So this where's that actual poster? Here it is. Okay. So basically, let me just make sure I have the right. Yeah, relevant today. So Q links to his post 3660 to this Twitter account called Truth Seeker. Interesting, the word choice in the Twitter bio was. The Drudge Report was a US-based news aggregation website run by Matt Drudge. And oh, by the way, Rocket Girl pointed out that logo looks like an owl, Shady.
The Drudge siren.
Doesn't that look like an owl right there?
Looks like an owl looking right at me.
It does. Quit it.
And then I moved to the side of the computer and it's still looking at me.
It's moving. Look at. Oh my God. It is.
It's looking at me on the other side.
Oh my gosh.
I gotta get out of here.
I got it. I'm leaving. I'm out. So is this Mossad?
No.
N-O.
Absolutely not.
Frank, killing me. All right, so ask yourself a very simple question. Why? The why will become public. Answered soon. Dark to light. QPost 3661 with a meme that says Spygate. Never has a president left office to collude with others to impede the next sitting president of the United States of America until Hussein.
It's been kind of frowned upon in the past.
Yeah.
By most
people.
When
this guy was doing all this treason, this is what we heard.
cleanest administration ever.
Just crickets.
There's nothing to see here. Not one scandal, man.
Nothing to see here. Not one scandal has rocked the Obama administration.
Not one interest rate hike.
No, nothing. No new taxes in the Bush administration. Dude. Right?
Can you make it up?
No.
You can't.
I mean, if Obama says that we haven't had a scandal, then
he is the king of scandals.
I bet he is the worst scandal in presidential history. This is the big con.
He's a Manchurian candidate who's groomed to be in that position from when he was young and corruptible.
Right.
He never developed a backbone. He never developed a spine. He never developed anything that had a moral equivalency to, humanity.
Right.
He didn't.
Right.
He was completely sheltered and completely brainwashed and controlled his whole life, and they're going to leave him hanging out to dry like a wet sponge.
Frank Marshall Davis. Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check this out. Am I going to get a commercial? Probably.
Michael is on his.
You didn't hear about
Here he
a
goes.
lot of drama inside our White House.
I covered a lot of the ground that I would want to cover in my.
Of course, you can barely hear him now.
We didn't have a scandal that embarrassed us. There were mistakes we'd screw up, but I know that seems like a low bar, but
There. No scandals. Because they're all covered up, says Coco French. Boom. All right, Shady. This is probably why, and the why, Shady. This is Jeffrey Epstein's book. This is a new Jeffrey Epstein book, I should say. And he and Ghislaine Maxwell were Mossad spies who filmed U.S. politicians and power players, H. Wood, having sex with underage girls to blackmail them. I think that's the why, Shady.
I think you might be accurate.
So this is a book by Dylan Howard, Dead Men Tell No Tales, because Epstein didn't kill himself. But
Definitely did.
It's talking about Robert, who introduced Ghislaine's late father. Robert introduced Jeffrey to this monster, or excuse me, to Mossad handlers before he died in 1991. Robert, who was also a Mossad spy, according to the book sources, told them to accept Jeffrey. They believe he and Ghislaine then lured prominent politicians and celebrities into sleeping with underage girls. They filmed it, and blackmailed them. Why do you think that guy is so loud? What's his frickin' name? Oh
Schiff.
my God. No, the actor.
Oh, Meathead.
Nero.
Oh,
Robert De Niro.
Okay. De Niro, okay.
Who wants to punch Trump in the face? That guy.
Yeah,
Right.
and his assistant says he says similar things about people that work for him.
Yeah, there's no proof that Epstein has tapes of anyone sleeping under. I bet I beg to differ. I bet we do have proof. Steve Carr, thank you. James, thank you. Wow, you guys are awesome. I appreciate you guys on PayPal. Thank you so much. So that's it. I think that's the why. I think this is going to just blow everything up. I think this, from Brackets and Jackets, he's saying this is the keystone. I kind of think to the corruption, this might be the keystone. Robert DeZero. I love it. All connected.
Robert DeZero.
Yeah. And Kevin's right. It's all connected. Everything. Songbabe says, please hit the like button. Guys, please hit the like button. And I dare you to share this show with your friends. I dare you.
I want to read post 5 and 6 real quick. They're longer, but I want people to go back and hear this.
All right, so let me go to 5 and 6.
We're talking the second day of Q, very second day of Q.
Got it. Let me get it
Follow
ready.
the money.
You going to go to 5 first?
Okay.
You want to do 5
I'm
first?
I'm gonna read off my side, so you just show them.
All right, and you're doing 5 first.
Yep.
5. Go.
Follow the money. It is key. It's the key. What is Pelosi's net worth by way of one example? Why coincidentally is her memory apparently going? Cover for possible future indictment to plead what? What if John M. never had surgery and that was a cover for a future out if needed against prosecution? Why did Soros transfer his bulk funds to ANP? Note that this doesn't include massive slush funds that are pulled by several high-ups. Why did Soros' son have several meetings with Canadian Prime Minister, and how is that related to the Clintons? Can you rely on being able to board a plane and fly away? Why is MS-13 a priority? Nobody got this? Could people pay such gangs to kill opponents? And why? How to insulate against exposure? The truth is mind-blowing and cannot fully be exposed. Also, many are thinking from one point of view, U.S. only. This evil is embedded globally. U.S. is the first domino. Have faith. That was post number 5. Post number 6. Some of us come here to drop crumbs, just crumbs. POTUS is 100% insulated, and any discussion suggesting that he's even a target is false. Follow Huma tomorrow. POTUS will not be addressing nation on any of these issues as people began to be indicted and must remain neutral for pure optical reasons. To suggest this is the plan is false and should be common sense. Focus on military intelligence, state secrets, and why might that be used versus any three-letter agency? What Supreme Court decision opened the door for a sitting president to activate? What must be showed? Why is POTUS surrounded by generals? Again, there are a lot more good people than bad, so have faith. This was a hostile takeover from an evil, corrupt network of players, not just Democrats. Don't fool yourself into thinking Obama, Soros, Ross, Clintons, etc. have more power present day than POTUS. Follow the money. It's the key. What is Pelosi's net worth by way of one example? Why coincidentally is her memory going? And it's a recap of the one we just did before from there. And then to the bottom, the truth is mind-blowing and cannot be fully exposed. These people are evil. So kind of just a summary real quick of how far anons go back into this exact conversation that we are currently having about nepotism and the sons and daughters and friends of these politicians, what they're really doing and how they're going to be exposed, and that we can't just come up arresting people and pretending to put them on trial. We are literally set them up to put themselves on trial, man. And that is why this is such a beautiful operation. And that is why so many anons came off the sidelines really quickly when this stuff started to drop, because we saw actual sauce here. We saw something that related to our history, and we knew this was connected to, we knew whoever this person was had the intent of showing us something much larger than what we were currently seeing. And this is pretty epic when you think about how long ago we started digging on this information. Oh, you can go watch something else. That's right.
I was Mutrix. So I was basically just saying, hey, Red Pillion, you go do a show. I promise not to be so, hard on you. And if I want to be silly, I'll be silly. I have to be silly because this information is so crazy. And, sometimes we need a little bit of humor. If you don't want silly, go over to Patriots Soapbox. And they're just cringy. So go for it. Sorry. intheMatrixxx strikes again, Shady.
4-second run. That wasn't even a bull ride.
Yeah. I'm sorry, guys. But I wouldn't be intheMatrixxx if I wasn't intheMatrixxx, guys.
How did you get the name?
Red Pillion, is that funny? No! Oh, I'm sorry. Can't be silly. I'm cringy. All right, so QPost 3662. Knowledge is power. Think for yourself. Trust yourself. Do due diligence. You awake and thinking for yourself is your greatest fear. Sheep no more. The Great Awakening. Q. Doxy Mom would love to join your roundtable discussion if they allow us to be on YouTube after December 10th. Yes.
We would love to have you, Doxy Mom.
Thanks for all you do, Doxy, and God bless you. I would love that. In fact, I would like to really try to. Thank you. It's okay. I know you didn't make. Red Pillion, we get a lot of comments and stuff, and we don't know who's who and what's what. Ash, thank you, intheMatrixxx, love you. But I'll tell you, Red Pillion, I get more comments that Shady and I flow and our show is awesome, and it really is honoring and humbling. So I just want to let you know that sometimes it's okay to be silly, and there's times when we're totally serious, because this information is dark, as you know, Red Pillion. And if you didn't mean any disrespect, I love you, brother. I do. I will never hold a grudge. And I didn't mean to attack you, but, it's just something that, IG report is coming. This is a friendly reminder. This is kind of silly, but that's what us Anons do, right? We post Pepes. Love you, brother.
That's what an army of frogs is here for.
Right. That's right. And, this information is deep and dark, the stuff that we've covered and the stuff that we're about to cover.
It's bone chilling.
You notice we're covering things about Mossad, right? You see this, right? You see what's coming, right? This information that's coming is going to be very, very crucial to get right.
If you think you've been attacked in the past, sorry, but today is showing you that the attacks are just getting ready to probably get started.
Yeah, no disrespect at all. Love you guys. That's Red Pillion. Thank you, brother. Big hug, no homo, bro. Thank you. IG report is coming. Shady, continue.
Much love, just the tip.
This is just the tip of the iceberg, guys. All right, so look at this. Brilliant Anon. I don't know who that could be. Put Pearl Harbor in Google, and guess what? We found this. The Arizona. That's why I played the Arizona thing today.
It was a sad day, my friend.
David, we're just trying to bring some, Anon-isms to life, right? It doesn't mean anything bad.
Trying to breathe some air into pop culture.
Right. So this is, that was, I wanted to do a little bit. We know people and family and friends. I've got a friend that we just had Thanksgiving to. Her dad was there. She actually took him there, and she'd love to take other, World War II vets, and there's not many left, folks. There's people that actually do the honor flights, right? And God bless them. These people have laid their lives on the line for us. They didn't know what was coming, So I'm very, very, very honored to, just, post that. And it was interesting that Pearl Harbor-2 JPEG brought these images up. I thought that was kind of cool. Also, real quick, Shady, we were talking about what is a lot of frogs called, right? We're not joking that we're an army. What are a lot of frogs called? Frogs groups. It's a bunch of cows and a bunch of bulls. It's called a herd of cattle. But what do you call a group of frogs? An army of frogs, guys.
Simply an army.
And what do you call a lot of deep state toads? A knot of toads.
Walking toad.
So we are the army. We're the Q army. We're the Q army. We're an army of frogs, guys. Also, I wanted to point this out. This is the disgraced Labor Secretary Alexander Acosta on Wednesday. This is from Wednesday. Refused to confirm or deny that the financier, Jeffrey Epstein, is a convicted sexist offender and intelligence asset. You want to hear? This has been covered up for a long time, guys. Ready? Here we go. Let me just play that.
One more question.
Richard Lardner from the Associated Press. Mr. Secretary, were you ever made aware at any point in your handling of this case if Mr. Epstein was an intelligence asset of some sort?
So there has
you see him
been
smile?
reporting to that effect, and let me say, there's been reporting to a lot of effects in this case.
Pretty funny, isn't it?
Not just now, but over the years. And again, I would hesitate to take this reporting as fact. This was a case that was brought by our office. It was brought based on the facts. And I look at that reporting and others. I can't address it directly because of our guidelines. But I can tell you that a lot of reporting is just going down rabbit holes. A few more questions.
Going down rabbit holes, Shady. No. What do you think of that, Shady?
I think that he avoided the question.
He called it a conspiracy theory, didn't he? Basically, and it's a rabbit hole.
Yeah, it's a rabbit hole. No,
it's the truth. And what he didn't expect, Shady, is for us, for Dexter, Susie, for Red Pillion, Songbay, Linda, Honest Contact. They never thought that we would actually go down that rabbit hole and actually find the facts that he was blatantly covered up. I mean, the body language expert, you don't even need to be one. You could you see the smirk?
You see it.
Wow.
And you can see it and also realize people that are being brought into the administration to be exposed. It's not, every person that president is bringing into his administration are not there for good. They're there to be exposed. Most of them, look at Scaramucci, for instance. Look at the Scaramucci model. You pointed that to us multiple times. You're bringing people in to expose them and to put them, in a position where they feel like they're protected.
Yeah.
And then they get even more loose. Who knows what they said? Who knows what this guy said to people behind the scenes? about this case, really, whenever he was brought on the administration. We weren't told to trust Acosta, were we?
No. In fact, his name, he accostas the president all the time. Jody Moran here.
His brother's name, Jim?
Jim Acosta. Jody Moran here. I'm so thankful I came across Matrix and Shady, right? On Twitter about the same time I came across Shady. On YouTube at the end of 2017. Y'all red-pilled this sleeping sheep. Thank you. And have truly been a blessing to me. Love and prayers. That right there, Shady.
That's why we do this.
One person. If I can reach one person, and we've done it. And there's another troll in here saying that putting down other people, you have grown very arrogant. Shady needs to get off and on his own show. Oh, this is Crop Duster. I don't watch Matrix anymore. I never put anybody down. In fact, Red Pillion and I are still friends here. Because we just spoke. I mean, he said something that he felt, and I kind of said, "Hey, this is what I feel, and I think we're men, and we can." And this is what people do, guys. I mean, come on, let's grow a pair.
The art of conversation is very lost on trolls.
That's right. That's right. And oh, by the way, Teak L Celeste, I love you. Appreciate it. Love. And so here, fight, Q3664. Goes to this tweet right here. Video, it never gets old, does it? It never gets old. But often it gets deleted by Twitter, apparently. Should I play it for the copyright strike, or should I just mute it, guys? What do you think? Shady?
You're going to leave it up to me?
Yeah.
Let's play it.
All right, Saturday night.
I'm president, and they're not. Media tried to stop us from going to the White House, but I'm president, and they're not.
Thunderstruck. This is a coup d'etat. And in French, that means coup d'etat.
In French, you say it, coup d'etat.
I love it. And yes, blessed to teach. I get you. We are demonetized, so might as well just do it. There is a video that we did one last week. We got 4 copyright things, but it's not a strike. We got 4 of them. They love us.
Now we're doing free advertising for them.
Yeah, doing free advertising. We love you.
Never heard of ACDC? That was ACDC. Thunderstruck coming through you for Saturday night.
Oh, and it's a Saturday night. And that's Bay City Rollers. That's how Oh my gosh.
And we just showed we're older than 29.
That's right. That's so funny. Oh my gosh. All right, so here's the next Q post, guys. This is Water's World status. While a biased point of view shelters and protects the host, the overall discussion eyes on, generates awareness. Q. And that is, you know, and we're going to watch this video because I actually took the video of it myself, but this is the tweet right here. I was actually, thanks for playing that, Amy. Thank you. I appreciate that. Oh, and Jennifer DeChantel, thanks for giving me even more of yourselves to enlighten. And yes, entertain us Patriots weary from the battle, right? Kyotis, please stop David Keith's toxic geoengineering Depop plan, IMO. Oh yeah, man. We're all over that too. When the strings are cut, that'll all be cut too, in my opinion. But it is it's something that we're facing every day, these chemtrails.
I mean,
right?
You got to understand that they're flying these missions. They're not flying them from inside your country.
Right.
They're flying them from South America.
UN planes, yep.
They're not, you know, they're not like taking off from LaGuardia. That's
right. And Mary, I believe that you were accidentally timed out. So nobody did that on purpose, if you notice. But Mary says Shady Groove and Matrix Paysur series and DNI series is awesome. So that's the Paysur. If you Google @intheMatrixxx and then Paysur, Payseur, you'll find that thread. If you Google @intheMatrixxx with 3 X's and trust the plan, that's the Paysur part 2. If you Google @intheMatrixxx with 3 X's, NRO, you will find the NRO thread, but the DNI, okay?
Right at the top.
Is a coup d'etat.
Say coup d'etat, coup d'etat.
Aaron Phelps says, you guys give me peace. Aaron.
Give us peace, Aaron.
You do. This is our outlet. This is our outlet to, you know, talk.
What else are we going to do? Yell at each other?
Shady.
What?
Shady.
No.
No.
All right, watch the waters Q-proof, right? All right, so let's go check it out. So, I've actually challenged Jesse B. Waters and Waters World to contact me. You know, why not me and Shady Groove get on there? Let's have somebody who actually knows about QAnon instead of an old guard political science professor from the University of Miami, which I sold their Juniper network. I ripped out all their Cisco, and it was about a $1.5 million deal and put Juniper in there. I did University of Miami's network. Now I want to go talk about this guy about Q. How about that? How about that?
Well, I would actually bring a Q post with me.
I'd bring a couple. I'd do a couple. Anne Frank.
If you want to see a Q post, Jesse, just let us know.
Yeah, Anne Frank wants to know where are the other players for Epstein's trafficking network. Why no other arrests? Government agencies were following them for months. Stay tuned. Stay tuned.
And understand that everything, just like we keep saying, this is brain surgery, man. There's stuff happening that you are not seeing. This is not NCIS or 24 or some sort of television show. You can't tell everybody what you're doing and who you're taking out of the game. They'll know.
Snappers J says 17 for Matrix and Shady on Jesse's show. What do you guys think? Let's take a poll. I think I'd go.
Help us shame Jesse into putting some actual Q people up. Like, we'll ask the real questions.
And what was interesting is Jesse was actually kind of cool. You know, I mean,
super cool. This is what I consider Jesse's soft disclosure. So I want to give him a little shout out. I think he did perfectly with this.
Yeah, I do too. And this is the post before this though. Before we get to look at the 17s, we got a 27. We'll take
27.
Hey, 27. Does that mean means not go? So we got one no go.
No, I think that's someone with a lazy finger.
Or a fat finger like I do sometimes, like autocorrect, you know? Look at those 17s, man. Thank you. Fair interview, never seen that Q. You know, they don't say it anymore if you notice this. Reptiles for Q, Mrs. Senor Delecto. Oui. Bonjour, parlez-vous.
We say coup d'etat, coup d'etat.
Yeah, I did kind of. That was like a coup d'etat. It was a coup d'etat, and in French that means coup d'etat. Love you guys. Thank you. So yeah, I would love to be on, Jesse Waters as well. I did email the show to let them know who I was and said, hey, if you want to be fair and balanced, be fair and balanced. But I do think, like you said, Shady, I agree. This is that he did a good job. This is a Mossad shirt since 1949. We did find where that shirt was given. It's actually out of stock. They have a new one now. But this is a Father's Day with my dad, my son, and my brother. To all of the fathers and grandfathers out there, a very happy Father's Day. Also, kids, remember to do something nice for Dad today. Nice shirt. Is that a nice shirt?
Nice shirt.
No!
No, that's a very revealing shirt.
And Shady posted this meme today. There you go. This is the MSM command structure, Mossad, right? Christy Hembry, thank you so much. You don't know how much that helps today, you know. And also the PayPals are helping even more. Thank you all for those. Wow, honored. So here we go. This is a great meme. You know what I noticed too is that Adam doesn't look anything like his family. He kind of looks like, you know,
an implant.
I don't know, or yeah, some guy with big eyes.
A Pesur agent?
Possibly. More than likely.
Well, we do know that his lineage goes all the way back to Jacob Shipp at this point. I mean, I think that we're being pretty clear that this is our head person director here of the clown show.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, I think this is more. Let me see. Let me find it here. I think I got it right here.
It's his job to run the coup d'etat.
The coup d'etat. In French, it's a coup d'etat. So this looks more like. Let me see. Let me make sure I get it here. Oh my gosh! How come I can't get the actual tweet?
Which one are you going after?
1 second. 1 second. Coup d'etat. Let me actually just, it's on Threadreader, I think. Let me just double check. Let me just read this. Oh, this is 2 years ago, Thread. 4/20/2018. Wow. Isn't that amazing? You guys go over to Threadreader and look up intheMatrixxx. I mean, I've got threads there from,
like every day.
Oh my gosh.
It's got to be like 500 of them.
And it's awesome to see what the Anons, the brilliant Anons, were also posting along with that as well.
With each day's worth of threads and the
Yes.
chain, the boards and stuff.
Yes, and this is more. I think this is Schiff's long lost brother. Doesn't that look more like Schiff than the family picture? Look at here we go.
We found him.
Oh, there he is. Ah, there's my brother. Okay, so I think that's interesting.
Coup d'etat does this. Coup d'etat.
I know the silliness can be a little cringy sometimes. I'm sorry. All right, so this is Yossi Cohen. Is the current head of Mossad. Guess what they call him, Shady?
They call him Y.
Yeah.
His friends call him Y.
But my friends call me Y.
My friends just call me Y.
So follow the Y head around the world, maybe?
Where's that head?
Right, so that's...
Y's protect the owls?
That's Yossi. Yeah, the owls. What are the owls, Shady? The owls are the investments from the Federal Reserve Bank, right? The assets, the American interests, quote unquote, that the rogue intelligence agencies under Y actually control. And we're gonna go dig a little bit deeper on that. But I wanted to show you that this is the 136,000. This is a reminder of the sealed cases. But guess what? Georgia Northern is not listed because there's no data available. Do that again, Shady.
This is CNN.
That's perfect. I love it. This is CNN. Oh my God, I can't get my voice that loud. But yeah, so it's interesting. So there's 136,000 plus all of CNN. So there we go.
We've come to take your building.
Right? We've come to take your everything.
Where's Ted?
I know, right? So this is the Y head. So this is Yossi. Now let's look at Q post 1. Let's see. Let's go from the known publicly as Y, right? Let's look at 184 first. Their need for symbolism will be their downfall. Follow the owl and Y head around the world. Identify and list. They don't hide it. They don't fear you. You are sheep to them. You are feeders. Godfather 3, Q. So that's very interesting. Then we've got Q post 189, right? Identify symbolism. Owl, Y. Which performers, celebrities supported HRC during the election? Who performed during her rallies? What jewelry and or tattoos represent? What jewelry and or tattoos represent? What other events do they attend together? What does HRC represent to them? What celebrity have owl Y head symbols? What politicians have Y head symbols? So now what are we looking for, Shady? Yarmulkes? I mean, what are the Y head symbols? With massage shirts? Like what Q is pointing? I'm just trying to figure out what that might be, guys. What powerful people have owl Y head symbols? What powerful people have owl Y head symbols? What groups, people, groups and people? Who, why are they worn shown openly? Their need for symbolism will be their downfall. Tinette, you're French, LOL. Some logistics between Red Pill and you guys might be in order. Just saying. Much love. My dog's name was Shady.
What?
Come here, Shady.
No.
Shady. Are you like? How would your bark be, Shady? Would it be more of a or a woof?
Woof.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm just wondering.
You're welcome.
Okay.
I won't do that again.
Okay.
All right.
You won't do that again? Who wants Shady to do it again?
Nobody.
I want him to do it again.
Look at the Y head.
Look at the Y heads. Okay. Shady, read the top Y head one, 195. Can you read that? Or is it too small for you?
U1 to CI or to CA to EU to Asia to Iran, North Korea. Iran deal. Why is this relevant? Reread drops regarding North Korea to Iran. Why? What does it mean to be covered in gold? Which couple was photographed covered in gold? The public release was a mistake. Who released the picture? Who has all the information? Why? What does it mean to be covered in gold? Can you locate one other pic with Y head covered in gold? What does this represent? 3 sides to the pyramid. Sum of all fears. Q.
Apparently, Reptiles for Q's dogs just lost it, Shady.
Whenever I intimidated it.
Are barking. Yep. But that's interesting. So we've got the Rothschild Y head that's in the intro to this video, Shady.
Mm-hmm.
Very interesting, right?
And the connection with the antlers, which is their symbolism.
Mm-hmm. That's right.
And we have the Y head DTCC.
Yep. That would be probably part of the owls, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it has the Y. You know, we went over that just the other night too. Again, yeah.
Everything is kind of engineered like a railroad Y.
Yeah. Railroads are Ys. Yeah. Very interesting. Very interesting, guys. So the owls are maybe the investments of the Pacers, and not us, but them.
Well, if anything, what we've learned is that everything they talk about, when they talk about it, they're not really talking about what you think they're talking about.
Right.
So, whenever they say pizza, not talking about pizza. Whenever they say owls, they're not talking about owls. They have a whole language in English that refers to stuff differently than you do, including in law.
Mm-hmm.
Even in law, what you think the word understand means and what the word understand really means are two really different things.
Right.
In law. So it's kind of born out of that double speak, this twilight speak. Gematria plays into it.
It's very interesting. I mean, that is so interesting. I mean, this is the Y head. So I think we got a little something in here. And also, we got Rice there with Y head there. Hey, Y, what up? There's Rice. What is a Y upside down? Huh. What is a Y upside down? An upside down Y? A teepee with a smokestack. Y is Kabal Mossad. Yep, I believe so. Now, look at this picture closely. So that's Rice hugging Y. Let's go to the next one. Look who I find here. Guys, wait. Don't say what his name is yet. Who do you guys think this could be?
First one that gets mentioned. Who is it? Who saw my tweets?
Not our mods. Our mod answered it. Aristic Rabbit at ease says Brennan. Dave Rice Brennan. Poussant said Brennan. Everybody, look at this, Brennan. That's Brennan, right? I think it's Brennan.
Definitely the owl.
It's the owl.
There's the Y and the owl head.
There's the owl and the Y head right there, guys. I think the Y head is I think he's still a Y hat. I think it's all. I think the rogue intel agencies. I think this is Brennan's handler, guys.
And I think that this is
I love you, Passan. I'm just teasing you. You know that. Go ahead.
I mean, it's some sort of deal being struck right here, or some maybe even interesting moment that's happening with the three of them in that picture.
This is how I hold Shady when he comes. I go, hey, Shady. I
really
grab him right
comforting.
by the back there.
It really is.
And he puts his little hand on my shoulder.
I appreciate the intimacy.
Yeah, that's really normal, right?
Yeah.
Where HR? Where's HR when you need him? Right?
He touched me.
Also, this edition is of the Matrix Groove Hour is sponsored by Captain Keck. It's the original Spice Keck rum. What do you guys think? That looks good, doesn't it? Love it. And then before we get to Jesse, I want to share something with you. I saw this the other day. This is my dog, Neo. I don't have him anymore due to being doxxed and all that stuff. And I just want to play this with you and show you how long I've been in the Dobe-trixx or in the Matrix. Ready?
You take the blue dog biscuit, and the story ends. You wake up in your bed, and you believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red dog biscuit, and you stay in Wonderland, and I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
So there's my dog. That's how long I've been in the Matrix, guys. This is my, I don't know how many years this was. 236 weeks ago, okay?
236 weeks.
Oh, my God, right? 296 weeks ago that was, guys. That's my dog. That's Neo. That's in the Dobe-trixx on Twitter. Maybe I should just change this to in the Matrix. I already got 5,000 followers, but a bunch of people would probably not like it. All right, so let's check this out. This is Watch the Waters, guys. Ready? Here we go.
Theory that's gathering momentum here in America. It's called QAnon. It first appeared online about 2 years ago. Its name comes from an anonymous guy claiming to have Q-level security clearance within the Trump White House. He posts online and has a very loyal following. Here to break this all down, Associate Professor of Political Science at the University of Miami, Joseph Yazinski. So, Professor, explain the essence of the Q belief system.
Yeah, Professor.
So this conspiracy theory started about 2 years ago on a dark website called 4chan.
It's not dark web,
where
it's
people
regular
can
web.
post anonymously. And someone started posting under the name Q. And they claimed to have secret insider knowledge about a battle that was going on between Donald Trump against the deep state. And this deep state was made up of satanic pedophiles who were selling children into sex slavery.
It's got to be a conspiracy.
And that Donald Trump's presidency was really about dismantling this network of satanic pedophiles, which included Hillary Clinton and John Podesta, and then sending these people off to Guantanamo, where they would be tried for their crimes and then summarily hung. And then when that happened, it would be called the Great Awakening.
Okay. And isn't it also about the Trump fight with the deep state in terms of the illegal surveillance of the campaign, the inside hit jobs that he sustained in terms of Comey and Mueller and Strzok and Page and all of that as well?
So there are many, many facets to this conspiracy theory, and one way to think about it is that it's a meta conspiracy theory where there are just lots of different conspiracy theories weaved together. So part of it was that Trump was really working with Mueller to fight the deep state. Some of it was about things that the deep state were doing to stop Trump. But a lot of it tracked current events, particularly during the Trump.
All right, here we go. Next.
Russia investigation, because many of the QAnon followers believe that this was just a deep state attempt to take out a sitting president who is really a Washington outsider.
Okay. And the reason I'm doing this segment is because one of my good friends, he's a Q guy. And he's always telling me, Q says this, you got to look into this, Epstein and everything, and it's all connected. And I thought we'd look into it, so that's what we're doing here. How many Q followers are there? And then I have one more question for you.
So when we poll on it nationwide, we don't get huge numbers. So we get about 10% of the population thinks that QAnon is a good thing. And as far as conspiracy
That's a
theories
significant
goes,
amount of the population. Is this all conservatives, or are there liberals involved, or how does it break down?
it's both, and a lot of people assume that it's a far right-wing conspiracy theory, when in fact there isn't anything particularly Republican or conservative about the people that
Right.
follow it.
And then lastly, is Q Trump himself?
There's no way to know, and a lot of people have been accused of being Q. Some people think it's Trump. I've been accused of being Q. There's been a whole bunch of people who've been accused of being Q, but it's not me, and I doubt it's Trump.
Okay. All right, Professor, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Up next.
Thank you. All right, so that is, where's my other tweet? Or maybe it's, hang on one second, guys. Let me go grab it, because I actually had it broken down too, Shady, as far as the numbers. Let's go all the way back up here. Hang on. We'll do it live. We'll do it live. Here we go. All right. We're going to watch that too. Okay. So in 2018, the population was 327.2 million. Okay. And remember, this is a poll run by an anti-Q person, okay? So, of that, he said 10%. So it's 32.7 million people know and follow Q? Is that 10%, Shady?
That would be 10%.
Is my math okay, guys? 32 million.
Math is good.
Yeah.
I felt like that was extraordinarily well done.
It was. And this poll was someone, Shady, like to your point, this poll was somebody that was done by anti-Q, but this is a worldwide movement. Could you imagine what those numbers would be and have to be? And they've got to be staggering, Shady.
I think it's a lot more than anyone realizes, and I think that this was a beautiful presentation. I didn't think that the guy was even anti-Q. To me, he was not anti-Q at all. He was what you should be seeing in a journalist.
Well,
you should be seeing someone that is taking the center road. He doesn't believe in it, but he doesn't believe against it.
Well, I went and saw some of his articles on that show, on that particular interview. I agree, but no, he's totally anti-Q.
But that's okay but that's not what he presented.
I understand.
What he presented to us was news, which was actually helpful. What he thinks, he kept separate from that, which is helpful. You see this, how we're having a good, mediocre, in-the-middle conversation. I think Jesse is quite aware. I think Jesse's friend is himself.
I do too. I totally, and I know that. I know that he said stuff that we've said on our show. We even see Hannity doing stuff. It's growing by the day for sure. We at intheMatrixxx.com have 126 countries coming to our site.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Getting information, red pills every day.
But right now we only have 752 people of those 32 million people watching us. I bet it's bigger.
Well, everybody's kept in the dark, and a lot of people don't have anybody to talk to about this stuff, much less, 10 years ago, I wouldn't have been on the internet searching conspiracy stuff the way I do today.
That's right. I bet I
really wouldn't have.
I wouldn't either.
I'm taking a big risk these days.
Right. So there it is, guys. That is the thread that we did. Pretty interesting stuff, in my opinion. What do you guys think? Shady, what do you think? I think it's huge. Reptiles for Q thinks it's huge. It's way bigger. Penelope, I'm with you on that one. 760,000 when we're 32 million. We're talking, guys, right? They reduce our numbers by design to encourage us. I agree with you on that one, Poussant. Boom. All right, so guys, did you see this? They're trying to intimidate us. This was today. A large group of Antifa chased down and attacked a small group of Patriots at the Washington State Capitol. This is Washington State, not D.C. This is Washington State. The independent journalist Brandon Brown's face split open, property stolen. This happened today, December 7th. Portland's liberation, Antifa violence, 12:30 p.m. Let's
Hey, no. No, dude, back up. Hey, no. Fucking Nazi. Back up. Back up. Hey, back up. Call the police. Call the police. Call the fucking police. Hey, back up, Haley. Hey, no. Hey, dude, no. Haley, get out of there. Back up. Haley, God damn it. Hey, Haley, come on. Back up. What did you say? I am live. I didn't say anything. I said back up. Why are you here? I want to back up. I'm 10 feet away from you, motherfucker. Back up, dude. Back up. Why you want to back up? No. Back the fuck up. Hey, watch out, Brendan. Or what? Alyssa, hurry the fuck up. Hurry up at the state capitol. Haley, back the fuck up. Haley, back the fuck up. Hey, stop. Cops are on their way. Call the police! Help! I fucking hope you do call the police. Help! Get the cops here now!
16th and Long Street. Yes.
Hey, watch out!
Yes, they're throwing shit.
There you go, George Soros.
It's not a game.
Yeah. Pretty interesting.
Would you have been able to watch someone even have a video of doing stuff like that 25 years ago?
No.
In America?
No.
Didn't exist. Before they started separating us by race and stealing from the inner city community and destroying the inner city communities and locking people in poverty forever, this didn't exist. They knew exactly how to turn us against each other, and it's part of your responsibility to change this conversation, Anons.
That's what we're here for. So very interesting stuff, man. That's that's something that was crazy that I saw today. Also, this is Follow the Y-Head. This is on Ready. Huber Hammer Q. Follow the Y-Head. Double meaning. Around the world, a higher loyalty. Y, right? Family proud. Q. Is Q inferring that JC, James Comey and Jim Clapper, all these guys, I think they all are double agents also. Yes. And a higher loyalty. We know that I think I decoded that as a higher loyalty to like the bloodline families that he's protecting.
Yep. That's the way I interpret it. Or at least a communication with them.
Right.
Of some sort. Just like the Star Wars thing.
That's right. Current head, Y head. Oh, wow, look at I even... It's amazing. Coincidence. So in January 18, Cohen oversaw a Mossad operation to smuggle Iran's secret nuclear activities archive out of Iran. So this is John Kerry, guys. So this is linking to Kerry and everybody else. The information that the Mossad seized is still being studied. According to the Jerusalem Post, a map of nuclear sites captured in the operation have not been made public. Cohen's nickname is The Model for his stylish appearance. Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu reportedly considers Cohen to be the best person to succeed him when he leaves. Saving Israel for last, folks. This is where we're going to have the hard conversations, and we have to be very careful about how we deal with this, because this is okay. Shady, I have a question for you. Is the U.S. military is the U.S. CIA and organizations, are they corrupt?
Yes.
Let's see, in China, do you think they have a corrupt regime as well?
Yes.
How about Venezuela?
Yep.
How about over there in France?
Corrupt.
How about Israel?
Corrupt.
There you go. And that's what we have to realize. This is what they've been building up in our psyche for a long time, right?
In case this day ever came, by the way.
In case this day ever came.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, and this has nothing to do with the religions or the people. This has to do with the criminality and the evil.
Pure and simple.
In every
institution and religion and organization on planet Earth.
Yep.
They've infiltrated everything. They've sent people to every single thing you can imagine and have put them there to help subvert it and to drive a narrative and to get everyone on the same page as far as thinking inside the programmed box of the Matrix.
Well, and Clay says, I'm so sick of the people that say we have to support Israel. The people that are Israeli and, are Jewish, the Israel people, they're probably not bad people. Right? It's the government. It's the bad people that are, the evil people. And that's what we got. Because we're going to be called anti-Semites, right? Or something like that. And gosh, that is the last thing I am. But I do know that in my country that I love, we have criminality going on and corruption going on that I want to stop. And you know what? Probably the people of every other country, including Israel, would want their crap to stop too. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I think and I agree. We had a little bit of a conversation earlier about this, and it seems like that we may need to just maybe even take a whole show to highlight some of the truth about what history means and what we are to be concerned about and how everything worked. World War II was predicated on lie. They didn't really attack us from Pearl Harbor. We weren't told they were coming intentionally. We could have defended ourselves if we knew they were coming. See, that's the trick. Still a false flag. The entry into Vietnam through the Gulf of Tonkin incident. Jim Morrison's father was the Navy admiral of that ship. Look at how all of this stuff plays in. Iran, we took over Iran in the late 1800s, everyone. Before World War I, we had instigated a coup d'etat in Iran. We took their oil. Their oil was used to have a secondary supply of oil, or there would have been no war because America was the only place that had oil. Okay? So this is the way they've played this whole thing. World War I, World War II, and what they hope to be World War III were all engineered, guys. If you've never read Dogmas and Morals by Pike, you should go understand that. This is a huge long-term plan that includes the purchase of the Vatican, okay? This is not to do with a religious sect on any level, and that's the way this is going to be completely spun once we start exposing the true nature of that part of the Middle East.
That's right, and here we are. I'm looking at Mossad Q drops, right? So this is the last and final comments regarding AJ and Associates attempts, logical thinking. There's a link to Jack Posobiec, guys. He has me blocked, so I can't see it. Breitbart article linked 2 days prior to the article being published. Reconcile. Note the time. Note Apple stock image. Attempts to deceive autists and anons will fail. Jack Posobiec, Jerome Corsi, Alex Jones. We are a threat to your livelihood. Plus classified. Don't let their attempts to corrupt good organizations. Think OANN. They want you divided. Stay strong. Stay together. Division keeps them in power. This is Free Speech Systems. LLC. Lamar 305 Lamar Boulevard. This is Alex Jones, guys. Here's Corsi.
Mr. Corsi.
With Mossad. There's even a video saying, oh, hang on, Alex. I just had a high-level intel agency from Israel just call us. That was live on the air. I can't find that video anymore. Yeah. Follow the picture.
Took it down. That's why you can't find it.
Jerome Corsi, who I outed as a Mossad agent asset in 1997 sting operation in London. Corsi, the Piper, Jaffray broker, Brad Amundsen were integral to the fraud that took place in Minnesota. Investors for $1 million. So they've even laundered money, guys. Okay. Round 2, MSM attacks. Mossad attempts failed. Clown attempts failed. Expect bigger push. Together you are stronger. Together you are control. Narrative and response. People respond to logic and facts, guys. Fear is real. Right? Those are Mossad. And then there's MOS ones. And then there's others too. And then there's the one about Israel, right? Let's say Israel. Israel? Let's look up Israel. There's 7 mentions of Israel, okay? This one is just Arab-Israeli conflict. These are articles, reconcile. Knowing what you know now regarding Israel disclosure moments ago. Authentic. Why is Secretary of State there? Why is EU and others pressing to remain in the deal? Think logically. France, Germany came to the White House. What sole purpose of pressing POTUS to remain in the deal? This is the Paris Accord and the Iran deal. No, the Iran deal. That's right. 5% shared. POTUS D-class Syria, Iran, U1 connection. Where does EU fit in? Sick. Syria, hold until conference. Military assets on the ground locked out of GZ. Israel, strike harmed ability to prove events. Clown report must be verified. Troops unwind to still occur. Have faith. And it did. The troop unwind did. So Chuck Schumer, here's an example. This is 4418. Example, Gateway Bridge Project. 1.8 million Cory Booker, Singapore. 3.5 million Chucky Schumer, Israel. 400,000 Chris Christie for Mary Pat, U.S. Omnibus bill. Omnibus, the gift that keeps on giving. Hussein, White House.
So, let's focus on that just a second. Back up there. This is the Gateway Bridge Project, the one that collapsed in Florida.
Yep.
And this is the amount they stole from the project from the government. Who stole it? And now the bridge collapsed because they took the money to build stuff with.
Right.
See this? This is what's being exposed. This is why they're fighting so hard. This is why all of them agree, all the way down to your local affiliate at the town. I mean, every single organization from top to bottom is completely in agreement, 100%. That's the right. Only reason that we are a threat is because we're the only thing out there that's saying something different than them. If we weren't out there, then they would be just running along smooth as butter.
So we just mentioned the omnibus bill. Do you know what else was in the omnibus bill, guys? I was a little upset because I can't believe he signed it, but I realized that it's a budget. Until you spend it, it's not spent, right? So we were looking into this. All the Anons took portions of this, guys. But guess what? Deep tribunals. They're in here. War crimes and tribunals. Right?
No.
This is from the omnibus bill, guys. Right. So that was interesting that we actually looked at that, right? So I also want to point out this too, because we're going to have to deal with facts. Q's saying, look at logic, that people listen to logic and all that stuff. Who actually set up what we know as Israel today, Shady?
The deep state cabal.
It's 67 words long, it's 100 years old, and it changed the course of history for the Middle East and the Jewish people. The Balfour Declaration, the expression of the British government's support for a Jewish home in Palestine, was sent by British Foreign Secretary Arthur Balfour to the second Lord Rothschild. I'm here in Buckinghamshire at Waddesdon Manor to speak with the fourth Lord Rothschild about the Balfour Declaration, what it means for Britain, for the Jewish people, and the Rothschild family.
The Foreign Office, November the 2nd, 1917. Dear Lord Rothschild, I have much pleasure in conveying to you, on behalf of His Majesty's government, the following declaration of sympathy with Jewish Zionist aspirations, which has been submitted to and approved by the Cabinet.
So it's possibly the most famous letter in modern Jewish history, and it begins with 3 words: Dear Lord Rothschild. Why was it that this letter was sent by the Foreign Secretary to your great-uncle Walter?
It's an interesting question because he was really interested in ornithology. although he became interested in Zionism. I think the reason was this, that it was primarily a movement from Eastern Europe, but they didn't clarify who was in charge of that movement. And in addition, it was after all in Great Britain. So they felt that the Rothschild family should be the one to whom it was addressed. And Walter was Lord Rothschild, and he was a Zionist. And those really are the background reasons.
So Walter received the Balfour Declaration, and I have a copy here. And I wonder if I could possibly ask you to read it for us.
Yes, indeed. Yeah. I'm going to put on my spectacles to make sure I read it accurately. His Majesty's government view with favour the establishment of Palestine as a national home for the Jewish people, and will use their best endeavours to facilitate the achievement of this object, it being clearly understood that nothing shall be done which may prejudice the civil and religious rights of existing non-Jewish communities in Palestine, or the rights and political status enjoyed by Jews in any other country. I should be grateful if you would bring this declaration to the knowledge of the Zionist Federation. Yours, Arthur Balfour.
And here it is, the Balfour Declaration. What do you feel when you see it here?
I genuinely feel it's one of the most extraordinary moments in the history of the Jewish people. If you think it took 3,000 years to get to this.
And of course the Rothschild family then as now filled two roles, because it wasn't just a leader of diaspora Jewry, it also played a very significant role in the early years of the establishment of the pioneer communities in Israel as well. I just want to revisit for a moment your cousin Dorothy, who you mentioned, who at an extraordinarily young age, still in her teens, played such a critical role as a go-between and a facilitator for Chaim Weizmann. Can you say a little bit about that?
Well, she married my cousin Jimmy when she was 17.
So this is your cousin Dorothy, Dolly.
Yep, Mrs. James de Rothschild.
And from her teenage years onwards, she was a major supporter of Israel, wasn't she?
Major supporter. I mean, she worshipped her husband, who'd been deeply committed, son of Baron Edmore. It was due to him, I think, that she became interested. But once she became interested, she became passionately interested. After his death, she became even more committed. She just wanted to carry out his wishes and what he cared deeply about. And you can read letters from her to Weizmann and from Weizmann to her when she was only 17. And what she did, which is crucially important, was to connect up Weizmann with the British establishment.
I think she also trained him in how to deal. She helped educate how to
and it's
conduct
extraordinary
himself.
at that age, but she did sort of tell Weizmann, how to kind of integrate, how to insert himself into British establishment life, which he learned very quickly.
So I'm here in the Waddesdon Manor archives, where there is a treasure trove of remarkable documents from the time of the Balfour Declaration. We have the correspondence here between the teenage Dorothy and her husband James, and it's really a love story. Here we have detailed letters describing her dealings with Zionist leaders, her advice and her suggestions regarding the conferences of the Zionist movement. And here we have a letter that the young Dorothy, still not 20, sent to Dr. Chaim Weizmann, where she's talking about the meetings that she's arranged for him. And as we've heard, she was helpful in training and preparing him to enter into the highest echelons of British society to advance the cause of the Zionist movement.
What do you think of that, guys? Interesting, right? I see a lot of people saying that Rockefeller was a Rothschild puppet, but if that's the case, Rothschild was a Pessoa puppet, and they fought. There is fighting against the Rothschilds and the Pessoas. Napoleon and the Rothschilds had battles. They had battles over banks and stuff, but the Rothschilds ran the money for the Pessoas. So just very interesting that, the Israel that we know today, it was created by the British government, a.k.a. the Rothschilds, a.k.a. for the bloodline families, regarding this Balfour Declaration. We just had to understand our history, and the people are people. Shady?
Yeah, they had to have the war to get it done, and that's why we're going to be running the gauntlet here, trying to thread a needle with all of this, because the history is so screwed up and everybody doesn't understand what actually really happened. It didn't just happenstance become Israel. This was created by the deep state because they wanted to divide the world. They wanted to create perpetual war. That was the goal. The goal of creating the state of Israel was for them to be able to control the world by creating perpetual war, and then use themselves as the what do you call it? Paint yourself as the victim all the time. Paint yourself as the victim, right? So it's a complete mirrored existence that occurred there, and none of it is happenstance. The World War II was the second stage after the Balfour Declaration to move people out of Germany. This was an intentional thing to have a mass genocide. Hitler wasn't out there running amok. Hitler was taking his orders every day from these people, guys, the same people that Truman was taking his orders for, and the people of Pearl Harbor were taking their orders for. This is not any different. This is a worldwide plan. Things did not just happen.
Right.
We did not just get here. This was engineered so that we could have a global destruction of humanity to the point where control systems would be able to be implemented, and you would never have a moment's worth of freedom, and then you became the battery. You literally became the battery. That was the goal.
Here's Hitler shaking hands with the Pope. I mean, this is all David Zubrick, Q Army winning. Thank you so much. Also, I saw Tanet. Thank you. Khazarian Mafia. Exactly. There are different sects of SECTS, right? There's different sects of the faith, if you will, and different beliefs that they're hiding from us. But, this is a global thing. This is Hitler shaking hands with the Pope. They're going to invade Ireland here.
Right, and the Rothschilds weren't just they weren't just French, they weren't just British, they were Islamic, they were everything. They were moving into every aspect. How long have these people been controlling the opium trade? Look where the opium comes from, guys. Okay?
Afghanistan. Poppy Bush.
The same places on Earth that are under control then are under control now. And it's the same organizations that have been passed down to more and more nefarious creatures.
Yep, and we're going to find a lot of things. And this is not, this is the one that, we've always been told to really kind of, support Ireland, and I'm not saying we're not going to support Ireland. This is not the Ireland. This is not the Israel that we're being told that it is, if you will. This is we want the evil part gone, just like there's an evil part here in the United States, right?
I'll support Israel a little bit after I support America. Sorry.
Right, America first, and that's what people are going to have to realize. Yes, of course.
That's what you're going to have to figure out. If you haven't figured it out yet, then get on the Trump train.
Get up on the train. The Trump train. All right, so when Q posts QAnon's answer, that was Bell Dandolo right there. That's the Bell meme queen. I love that. Look at that. Boom. So, guys, what do you think of Saturday night with Shady Groove and In the Matrix? What do you think?
Ooh, where am I at? I feel disoriented, brother.
Oh my gosh, what day is it, Shady? It's 11:52.
In the park.
We've been on for 2 hours and 18 minutes.
I think it was the 4th of July.
Oh my gosh! And you say me not to sing, Shady? You're a lot better than I am. But
do it.
Right. Let's watch this real quick. Let's see what we got. Ready? I love this. Let's check it out. This is kind of neat. It's our Saturday night chill song. Ready? Here we go. Christy, thank you very much.
How about it now? FISA brings the house right down. They built the house on quicksand, the foundation ain't found on common ground. but that's okay with us. Cause in Q Plus we trust. And now we get it going. Popcorn, lights, camera, action, motion pictures showing. Yeah. And that's the way it is. For all the treasonous, I'm really meaning this. Pop quiz, have you heard that kids be their dirty biz? Oh what, did I stutter? You think I'm churning shit for butter? Kids go missing like the milkman, from the carton to the udder. Well, check the numbers. Yeah, now that's some sick shit. Human traffic feed the super rich. Like an addict with a bad habit, follow white rabbits down the hole, that's where Alice lives. Whoops, I mean Killery. Age is silent, but the violence quietly killing me. Silly me, I just think in trilogies. Obama be from Kenya, so can you start feeling me? Well, how about it now? We making supersonic sounds, booms aloud, blowing tunnels underground, till they found, cause Q get around town. Flip the upside down, Baphomet his match now, pound for pound, they bullshit, don't have a cow. We winning now, so get engaged before the vow. Married to the numbers, wake the masses from the slumber. Yeah, and pray to God. We got the finest military, a little scary, like a Harry Halle Berry or Dirty Harry, cause Eastwood wouldn't argue clearly. Back to Barry, the fact his surname is Satoru, who funded ISIS, no slashing prices like he's Zorro. This is the moral of the story that I'm pitching. You wanna know the truth, follow Q, see the treason. Tis the season, they all fall for good reason. Oh what a blessing, like a gift on Christmas evening. No Liam Neeson, we've been taken by a demon, not playing like recital, scratch the surface like a vinyl. Well, how about it now? All the clowns are looking Gitmo bound. Dogs are hounds, we sniff them out, round them up and send them packing to the biggest pound. Yeah, and that's the way it is. For all the treasonous, I'm really meaning this. Popcorn's popping like in August when we heated it, and now we eating it. They ain't impeaching shit, but they can scream and kick 2/3 vote in the Senate, that's a joke. Oh, what a show. It's got a lot of comedy, the drama gotta go. Ironically, it's gotta be the clowns we gotta roast. We laughing, thinking logically, the future proven post. The past be that anomaly, we got more than we know. We got it chronologically, the clock is getting close. In fact, the news unlocks the map, the key is in the stone. No math impossibility, coincidence is known.
That's the way, guys. By Tav. Please share if you'd like. Where we go one, we go all worldwide. Do a Q. That's an amazing song. I actually thought it was very fitting on a Saturday night, right? What do you guys think about that? Shady, what do you think about that tune, huh?
I was actually getting in a relaxed mode listening to that one.
That's right, and that's Nunya Business. She's a -- fan. Nunya, how are you doing? And Christy Hembry, thank you so much yet again, and thank you very much for. People are saying, well, we got another one up here too. It said $5 for another hour. Born Deplorable 7. He's donating for one more hour challenge. Shady. Woo! I don't know, boy. Woo.
Let the Matrix let him rest.
Let the Matrix rest a little bit. Keep up the good work, says Bert. Don't forget, we got the PayPal, paypal.me/intheMatrixxx. Your PayPal donations actually helped out a lot today. I really kind of needed that. Believe it or not, that, what was it, Shady? That, that 90 Days Dark that we had really was kind of, it did hurt. Just so you know, it did hurt. And but we're here. We're strong, Shady. We're strong. We'll do it live. Shady.
Saturday night.
On
We've just brought them the sauce. What are they going to do about that?
I don't know. What are you guys going to do? What you guys going to do? You guys know that Bert, another hour, says, oh my gosh, you guys, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? Because we got the targets acquired. If I had a newspaper, here's what it looked like. Let's check it out.
putting a stop to their pillaging and their plundering and their hoaxes. The radical Democrats' policies are crazy, their politicians are corrupt, and they know they can't win on election day, so they're pursuing an illegal, invalid, and unconstitutional bullshit impeachment.
Wow. The Roaring 20s are upon us. I'm all ears. Q, what's up? Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. Then we've got B-Tech Vendetta. Wow, in the Matrix, my mind is blown on how all of you guys research Q and how well it's presented and explained in detail. Thank you. Where we go, one we go all. And then we got INF John and then Christy again as well. So wow, thank you guys so very much. We gotta make sure that we get our targets. So there you go, guys. I think that's good, Shady. What do you think?
I think that's about a wrap for Saturday night. One last thing I wanted to mention.
Yep.
QPost 3666.
Yeah.
Just letting you guys know.
3666, guys.
That's the post number we are on, and that was of Mr. Shiffy Shifferton.
Nice shirt. 3666. Tonya Summers, thank you. Oh my gosh, please don't forget, get your Q pin tonight if you can. The links are in the description. They're amazing. Please help us out if you can. Let me make sure I'm not in the Matrix. Hey, I'm not in the Matrix. But guys, I really, really have had fun tonight, Shady. This has been kind of like impromptu. There's just been so much Q. It's 12:03 right now, Shady.
But we were having a feeling it might be a busy week next week, so we should get these under our belt.
I mean, could you imagine Monday with the 2 days that we just had?
Monday's going to probably be full of booms without Q even.
Right. So I'm going to actually, this is what I do. So it's 12 o'clock Eastern time. So I usually go at Thread Reader. This is Thread Reader Wrap. And I say, please unroll. And that will be ready for your Sunday morning. If you get Thread Reader app, it'll be all nice and cozy there for you, all on one page. You can forward that to your friends if you'd like as well. So guys, get your pin if you can to support the show. Also, don't forget Monday. Come over Monday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific at 605-313-5142. And the code for entry is 774025 pound or hashtag pound me too. Hashtag me too? I don't know. Free samples will be given away from, on the call. Come over, join me. Shady, maybe there as well. It's Monday evening, but 605-313-5142, entry code 774025. Also, don't forget to head over to redpillliving.com/intheMatrixxx. And Kevin Rogers says, see you tomorrow with all the new Q drops, Matrix. Shady. Well, you know what? If Q can post all he wants, because we'll be there, guys. I will be there, and I know you will too. And guys, I'm gonna just go ahead and head out of here, Shady. I think we're gonna do it.
Let's duck and cover, get some rest, recharge. It's gonna be a big week.
Should we head out of here with VV?
Get on. Let's bring some VV in.
Let's see. I'm gonna do intro VV number 1, if you guys don't mind. Here we go. VV. That is
good night, ladies
at
and gentlemen.
Crank_the_Crank. He's our finished Patriot. Did JT Wild's video, but check this out. Look at what he did for our show, Shady. Check it out. Ready? Much love, Patriots.
What you know, you can't explain. But you feel it. You felt it your entire life. That there's something wrong with the world. You don't know what it is. But it's there. Like a splinter in your mind, driving you mad.
And I want you all to know that we are fighting the fake news. It's fake, phony, fake. A few days ago, I called the fake news the enemy of the people, and they are. They are the enemy of the people.
Thank you, guys. Don't forget to subscribe over there to Shady Groove. That's at Shady Groove with 3 O's. Don't forget to get over there at intheMatrixxx with 3 X's. All these mods. Thank you, beautiful, wonderful mods. Thank you, beautiful, wonderful Patriots. intheMatrixxx with 3X's.com. Wow. They want you divided. They won't get it. United, not divided. Much love, everybody, and peace.
underestimate the people. Never. I don't think it'll ever happen again.